We're back. Episode 142. Goldy Bear, as I call him, is back in the podcast. Some of you know him as 2012 NAIA Wrestler of the Year or a Nittany Lion coach, which we're going to dive into all of that real quick before we do get started, guys. If you listen to this podcast, you know this show is brought to you by Attack. Attack is a training app for competitive athletes that lets you level up with AI. Attack offers custom-built programs for you to reach your goals and guided workouts to execute the plan. Attack app features all sorts of cool functionality from your leaderboard and various ways to compete with your friends to awesome techniques and training advice from some of the best athletes out there, from Jordan Burroughs and Sarah Hildebrandt to Reese Humphrey. This app is just loaded with golden nuggets to increase your training and athleticism. The Attack preseason college showdown is underway. I believe it ends in a couple weeks, end of November. So be sure to follow along at attack.app on social. That's ATAC.app on social. And download Attack on the Apple App Store today. They're ATAC Attack. Download the app. Eric, how are you, man?
I'm good. We're getting settled into our house. We've been here about 6 weeks now. I was just, we just got Wi-Fi. It's been, and we don't have great cell phone reception. So with like a 3-year-old, I've been like, all right, dude, when are we going to be able to get this TV on? So we're getting settled in and getting everything rolling and getting into a routine and stuff. It's going well though, man. How you guys doing?
We're doing good. We've had a little issues to work through with our new house, but dude, Wi-Fi's, when we were building, I actually had Wi-Fi hooked up so early. Wi-Fi was installed and they had to come back because we didn't have power yet. But we have such bad service here. I had to get Wi-Fi.
Yeah, you got it.
Even contractors calling people and like they were like using Wi-Fi calling and stuff because the service stinks. So glad you're settled in. Before we talk a bunch of wrestling stuff, 2 things I want to talk to you about. Number 1, your confidence level in Justin Fields being a franchise quarterback.
We're there, baby. We got him.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. He's a stud. You see it? He's getting rocked against the Steelers and he didn't even.
I wish our Steelers guy Cenzo was here to talk about that. I mean, it's a perfect game. He might hop on. He's got a busy weekend at Stanford this weekend. So, but yeah. It looks like overall the Bears fans are excited for Fields. I think he's the right guy to put in there. I think that's a no brainer. But
yeah, it's exciting, man. I think like in my lifetime, someone posted a thing. It was like all the quarterbacks the Bears have had since like 2000, and it's not great, man. It's not great at all. And so to finally like get somebody who's like, he can freaking play and he can run. I love that the mobile quarterbacks too, right? Like I really thought like Mitch Trubisky was going to be the dude, but
yep. Well, hey, I'm happy to have him in Buffalo. Go. I mean, he's played awesome. But mobile quarterbacks are fun. My wife is like getting into football because I'm obviously into football, and she loves watching college football. She's like, college football is just so much more exciting. I'm like, yeah, we're taking chances, and you're seeing a lot of that. So it's fun. Speaking of high-level athletes, Bo Nickel, we have to talk real quick about that one punch knockout. Like first a submission, now a knockout. Like I posted his video of the knockout. And I'm like, a submission, a knockout. What's next? Like he is such a savage.
I'm so pumped for him. I was texting him. I want to say Sunday. I was like, it was just crazy. Like Bo is like, people don't get like he's so powerful, right? Like it's under his like athleticism and stuff is underrated, but he is, and he's like starting to, he's probably starting to get good. He's got a great team over there, and it's going to be crazy because I definitely know, and I know, like I know he's going to be a superstar and it's going to be cool to watch and, see him kind of blow up.
And it's funny because I feel like people in wrestling are so much more judgmental of body types, like David Taylor in college, Bo Nickel in college. They don't look like some of these athletic freaks look, but they have the athleticism. In the UFC and MMA, it doesn't matter nearly as much because you have these fighters with dad bods that are just deadly and you want nothing to do with them. So
I would say even in wrestling too, right? Like there's dudes who are killers who aren't like physically imposing, right? And it's just But like in wrestling, we have this idea that like, oh, if this dude can shoot a blast double from the open, he's going to be a superstar. And it's not. It's just not how it is, right? You're either.
You also, even like youth level wrestling or like high school wrestling, when you see that jacked guy warming up, it's different than seeing the guy who looks like he just got off the couch. Like intimidation factor.
That and tattoos, right? High school kids with tattoos. That was so scary.
Yeah, that's why Jordan Oliver, I heard he has so many. So let's dive into, I've been wanting to have you on. First of all, the last time you were on was great. So I wanted to have you on just for general commentary. But now you made this move to Arizona State, which as a Penn State fan, I hate to see it, but I am happy for you. I know you've told the story a few times. For those listening who maybe don't know it, how did this move come about with Arizona State?
Yeah, so I've known Frank. You know, I moved out to State College in 2014. You know, so I've known Frank since then, and we were, I left, and then I went to Lock Haven, and I was back at Penn State for the last 4 years. You know, and it was a good experience, and it was awesome. You know, and part of me always kind of thought I'd get back into college coaching after I left Lock Haven. I wasn't sure when or how or what the plan was. But so it's just been cool to kind of see, you know, how get into a different program, learn some new stuff. So when I went on my trip to Budapest, I kind of hung out with Lee Pritz a whole bunch. Yeah. And we kind of hit it off. So it was neat to meet him. And then I got back and Zeke called me right away, and I came out for my interview, and, you know, the rest is kind of history. You know, my wife was excited to come out and check it out and kind of move on with an adventure, right?
Dude, I'm such a homebody and I'm such an introvert that the thought of just moving to another state, like I can't, like the level of discomfort it sends my way is wild. But I'm also like, I put a post on Instagram the other day about how like I did nothing but work my entire 20s. And now we're building our dream home. We just built it, moved in, got married, mid-30s, having a baby in January. Like now the thought, I'm doubling down on being a homebody. But it seems like for coaches, athletes, it seems like you weren't looking for this, but obviously you're always open for opportunity. What's the mindset where something like this does happen, where it's not like you're necessarily actively seeking something out? It's just kind of a right place, right time. You know, you're overseas, you're making these relationships grow and these conversations are happening. What's the mindset where you just keep that openness for, you know, moving across the country and joining a different program?
Well, for me, I mean, I'm not originally from Pennsylvania, but, you know, I'd lived there for 8 years.
Yeah,
it was tough. It was tough to move. And, you know, anybody who tells you it's easy to leave a place is, you know, then they haven't really connected with enough people. Right. Yeah. You know, for us, we built a community around ourselves, and we had good friends and near people that we enjoyed being around. So I think for me, it's just like, if you just keep doing a good job at the place you're at and trying your hardest, you know, people recognize that, right? They recognize when things around you are happening and they're good. So, you know, eventually people are kind of going to want to have that. So just being open to that, but not like, you know, because people realistically, you're right, it's all about like your network, right? And you know this. So in most of the world, you would think knows this, but it's kind of crazy, right? You saying hi to people, being nice to people, you know, being open and being yourself. That's what people like. And so when you go on these trips and stuff and you make connections with people, it's you know, you don't think about it about making a network. I think about it as always just making friends with people and just, you know, kind of getting their perspective on some wrestling stuff. So, you know, when other programs called, you know, because there had been other stuff that had come up, you know, most of the time it wasn't something I was super interested in, to be honest with you. But Arizona State's a little different, right? You know, I want to go to a place that can be successful and they can win and they have the things. And one cool little story is when I came out here for my interviews, I interviewed with the athletic director, you know, 2 of them. So that for me, it just tells me that the administration wants to win here. right? They want to have that success, and they're invested in that as much as we are, right? They're doing everything they can behind the scenes to try and provide us with that. So I think that was the part that got me most excited about coming out here.
Yeah, and to go back to the network thing, that was something I was trying to tell all my friends. Like when I was in my 20s and started the company, and we build custom websites and do marketing for businesses. So, I had some friends that would almost kind of not understand, like, okay, business owners are who you should target. Well, no, not necessarily, because if I go eat at a restaurant and that employee is really happy and then they go to their boss and say, hey, this guy who comes in all the time, like they build really good websites. It's building those relationships every day with everybody. It never, like, the thing that makes me cringe is when people say, well, I'll never see them again. You don't know that. And that's not really a good attitude to have towards that. So I totally get that. And for you, how hard was it to leave State College? You kind of, I don't want to say you're kind of leaving a 2-for-1, because you're both with Arizona State and the RTC. In State College, you were with NLWC and kind of M2, but M2 is kind of a different animal than what you're doing now. And I got to imagine that was hard to leave, despite, like you said, these great opportunities in Arizona.
Yeah. I mean, I was going a lot, I was going with the RTC and doing a lot of that stuff, and then doing a lot of stuff on our ROKFIN channel. Yep. And then also doing M2 stuff, so I just, for me, it was tough sometimes because I felt like I was getting pulled in 3 different directions, which is, it's always hard, right? When you do that. But it was still, it was difficult because I had become a part of a lot of kids' lives, right? Yep. Like I worked with a lot of kids a lot, right? Consistently, so to leave those kids, I think part of me thought it would be a lot easier, but then once I went to say it to them, it was a lot harder when it came out of my mouth.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, wow. Because, I've known them for 3.5, 4 years, as long as I've been with the club. And you just see them places and have experience with them, and you have moments with them that are just a lifetime, right? They're forever with you and with the kids. And so to leave was not easy. Right. And that was, honestly, of everything, that was probably the thing I was most sad about, right? It was hard because you play a part in their lives, right? But I think for myself, thinking on a grander scale, and just just being friends with them forever and trying to hold on to those relationships. Right now, I'm getting like a crash course in long distance relationships and 2 and 3 hour time changes. So.
Yeah, and I'm curious. I don't know how many people are curious about this, but I am, being an introvert, and I'm sure somebody else is thinking the same thing. When you talk about how hard it is to leave somewhere because of relationships, it makes me think those are all new relationships you now have to build in Arizona. How hard is it for you now to start, like, and it seems like you've done a great job already building relationships. I see you messing around on Instagram, like different things. What's that like to now kind of form these new relationships and just come into the program and kind of be a part of it?
Yeah. So, I mean, I think for me, like just taking time to ask the kids about their lives outside of wrestling, right? Yeah. And finding common ground with those sorts of things. And then just being myself and them, making them comfortable enough to be themselves, I think, and just being patient, because if you rush into it, then you don't know what you're going to say or do. You may rub somebody the wrong way. Where if you take it slow and you build the relationship with a kid, then you can be very close. Eat it, then, Cenzo.
Yeah, can you?
Speaking of relationships, Cenzo, real quick, we're talking about Arizona State stuff, but we did.
Oh, they suck. Yeah.
It's aggressive.
Speaking of sucks, I'll give you the opportunity. We started this conversation with me asking him if Justin Fields is the Chicago Bears franchise quarterback. He says how happy he is with Fields.
He's good. I think he's good. I think
they started Monday.
Hey, what did I tell you? I said if Mike Tomlin and company were coaching at the Bears, they would be 5-3 right now.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
6-2 maybe. No, I think Justin Fields is good.
I do think we should have done a live stream, the three of us, for the Steelers Bears game. That was a missed opportunity.
Just to watch you get mad. How about that ball?
I get sad. I don't get mad. I get super bummed out. I'm like, what? I get super bummed out, and then I just get very much like, what happened? Like, how did Matt Nagy make that choice or something?
Yeah, I mean, they did look better than the Bills this weekend.
Everybody looked better than the Bills this weekend. I shouldn't be wearing this after this week.
No,
are you guys bad again? Are the Bills bad again?
I asked that on social media.
Wait, who do they play this upcoming week? Let's find out.
The Jets, and they're a 12-point favorite, and they should not be a 12-point favorite to anybody.
Tear him up. Mike White's going to tear him up.
I think it's going to be a lot closer than Vegas thinks it's going to be.
Mike White, they'll be fine.
12
there you
points.
Go. There's your bet, Justin.
12 points is a lot. That's a lot for. They just lost 9-6 to the Jaguars.
Yeah, the best team in football, best coach in football, Urban Meyer. He's back.
Cenzo, you have a busy weekend this weekend.
Yeah, got the golf outing tomorrow. Then we got youth clinic Saturday, Sunday, coaches clinic on Saturday, Sunday, wrestlers and business on Saturday, and then obviously our home opener against Oklahoma State on Saturday. So,
what are you more excited for, that duel or February 4th when you wrestle Arizona State?
I mean, I actually looked at that, and we match up really good against Arizona State because two of their coaches are just incompetent.
Is that right? Is that right?
Yeah. I'm looking forward to this weekend though. I just want to see, what do do.
Do you think Rob and Zeke will just step aside for that duel and just let you guys just go at it?
That would be ideal.
Cenzo moves to California and starts wearing Carhartt.
Hey,
that actually happened.
Did I not wear this in State College? I'm pretty sure I did.
I'm pretty sure.
Like a rumor.
I'm pretty sure somebody. I could be wrong here. I think you wore that when Shane Sparks was on the podcast, and he actually said that Carhartt should get involved with sponsoring wrestling. I believe that happened.
Boom. And I'm wearing it because I got a haircut, and it's just a little too short right now. So
the hair's a little too short.
Hair's a little too short right now. Yeah. So
my barber hates when I leave and put a hat on.
I did bring Carhartt my overalls out here, and I don't really know what I was thinking. I packed up all our winter stuff and we took it to my in-laws, but somehow my Carhartt insulated overalls made it in the package of our stuff that we brought.
It's for when you travel.
I mean,
it's
I don't know.
Travel.
I was was unpacking boxes, right? And I'm like, what am I gonna do with these?
Right to storage.
Yeah, basically.
If you have a guy that needs to get some weight off or something like that,
they're like
bigger guy who needs to cut.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Heavyweights don't cut weight.
So, Eric, my next question for you was going to be, what's the difference in atmosphere when you go from Penn State to Arizona State?
I mean, it's just the kids are different, right? It's just East Coast versus West Coast kids. It's just they're different kids. But as far as successful programs, you see a theme with all of them. And I'm part of how a room feels, right? So I'm sure my vibe in the room is probably the same as it was in State College. You know what I mean? I am who I am, and for the most part, I would say it's pretty similar in Arizona. I think we have kids who are training at a high level, and we have kids who want to win national titles. So, you get the same sort of feeling in there that you did in State College.
Cenzo, you look like you want to jump in and say something.
No, I want to say your vibe in State College was kind of just walking around calling kids nerds and stuff like that.
I'll give you that. I was wrestling every day. What are you talking about?
I know you were.
I'm still out here fighting though.
You and Colton Schultz going at it yet?
A little bit here and there.
How's that going?
A little bit. Why not a lot of bit?
Good. He's hard to wrestle. He's hard. He's a big dude. He's a big dude. Yeah, he will push you. He looks like he got a mean push.
He's
got a mean push, mean Greco push. And then he'll pull you. And then he'll push you. And then he'll pull you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Get you in trouble.
see, count me out. We have guys in here doing Greco every day, and I'm just, it's not for me.
That life's not for me.
Mm-mm.
Eric, another question about coaching, and Cenzo, I guess you can answer it too. You mentioned a few years ago, Eric, when you left Lockhaven and went back to LWC, that one of the things you're the most excited for about it was being able to learn from one of the best coaching staffs, if not the best coaching staff in the country. And I'm curious, now that you've left there to start coaching at the college level, how successful do you think you were in absorbing as much as you can? And now, kind of both of you, I guess, actually using what you've learned at Penn State and also intermixing your own stuff, right? It's obviously not just a direct replica. It's you interjecting what you bring to the table, but how different is it? What are the similarities?
I mean, I always think about like how guys leave Belichick, right? And they try to do the same thing that they did in New England, other places, and it never works, right? Because
Brady did win a Super Bowl.
I mean, he's not coaching though, is he? I'm talking about guys who are leaving coaching. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. But he's also himself, right? Like I would say Tom Brady's himself more than any of those guys. Like you think about like a Matt Patricia, who are some of those other guys who've left? I just think
Brady's doing decent right now.
But they have a lot more failures than they do successes. Guys who leave the staff and go head coach, right?
Yeah.
But so I think for me, I just think about how do I implement the things I've learned, and I did learn a lot. Like, I mean, how do you not learn, right? Open your ears and close your mouth a little bit. So just learning stuff and then making it my own, and making it so to an extent where I believe in it, and I have done like the background look at it to where if I say it, I mean it, because I think you can't just leave and just be like, we're going to do the exact same thing, because that's just not me, right? Like some of the stuff we did at Penn State isn't what I would do, but you know what I mean? Or some of the stuff we do now isn't what I would do, but that also just isn't that important at times, right? What you would do, unless you're the head coach, doesn't matter. So being a guy that understands their role is honestly like one of the biggest things I learned at Penn State. Understand who you are and where you fit in the program and run with it and be the best at that role that you can be.
What do you think, Cenzo?
Yeah, I think you're pretty spot on. I think that there's definitely a lot of things that I brought with me from Penn State, just because it's a good recipe for success. But there's other things that I like to do differently. We have a different group of guys, just like as Thompson was saying before. They react differently. They're just different. So you got to treat them differently. So it's definitely good to bring in some of the same stuff. A lot of good technique, just mentality, things like that. But, we're definitely different in our own way. We definitely do work some different stuff. I mean, Coach Cole, Grant, Enoch, they all have really good stuff too. So we all kind of work together and just try to find, figure out what the best plan is for our guys.
Makes sense. And Eric, I know I was talking to Frank Molinaro, and he was saying how happy he is to have you there. Obviously, you guys have been so close for so long. And he was saying how, like, you guys have a very similar coaching mentality. Like, you guys align on a lot of the same things. What's it been like reuniting with Frank?
Yeah, it's been awesome, right? Like, our wives are best friends, and we both have young kids. So it works out well for us, and a little more freedom and some of that stuff. But for me, like, just Frank is just uber positive, right? And that's kind of how I would like to be more, right? So it's good to be around that. And when I'm with our guys, we have a lot of fun, and I think when you're having, when you're having fun during the season, which is not easy to do at times, right? It's like, it's a little bit easier where Cenzo and I are, right? Like Southern California and Arizona.
Nope. North
right?
Cal.
You can.
North Cal. He's even got the short end, like North Cal.
North Cal. It's definitely not Southern California.
Dude, I don't know. I grew up in Iowa.
Oh, right.
Tell me what Waverly is.
In the middle of Iowa.
In Iowa.
Northeast.
In Iowa.
Northeast. Yeah. So I mean, I think
on a farm.
on a farm. I think it's just fun, right? I think some of that, I think just being with him is fun. So if you enjoy your work, I think it's easier to make sure the kids are having fun too, right? When you enjoy the people you're around and you get pumped up about it, it makes everything a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. What are you most excited for this upcoming season?
To beat up Genzo.
Well, that he didn't even think about that. That was like he had on his radar. Like,
I know.
To
It's almost like it was personal.
I know.
Good hard butt slap.
You know, me and you were wrestling after the dual meet, right?
Catch me.
Are they doing exhibition matches this year?
Nope. We're wearing singlets on the mat.
No, I'm not playing singlets.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're too old for that.
You're strapping up the singlet, dude.
Can we put that on
I'm taking
ROKFIN?
him
If
out
so,
too. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we might as
Top
well.
bottom. Top bottom though. I start on top.
Freestyle, so I get to come back up to my feet in 10 seconds.
It's okay. I'll tech you.
No. I'll grab your hands. It's all good. I'll stall.
You can't grab hands.
Yeah, open. Back in. Like, I smack my guys' hands and stuff when they're wrestling. I think it's hilarious.
I did say it's funny.
I'll be walking around the room and they're like that. Yeah. Little smacking finger point. Nothing wrong with
so
that.
I can't wait to give Genzo a good hard butt slap after our duel.
I think you guys doing an exhibition match. That screams ROKFIN.
Well, he's afraid to wrestle me because I usually always end up tossing him on his dome. That's usually what happens. He like, because he's a big underhook guy. He likes to go up top, and I'm just too crafty there, a little too witty for him. So
you got me confused with somebody?
Yeah, you're Nick
confused
Neville's,
with
right?
someone else. No, dude, Nick Neville's at the Waffle Shop. I already could have killed you.
I tried to get Nick Neville's out here. That was Mark McKnight, dude.
Oh yeah, McKnight. He rolled with it.
That was McKnight.
That's one thing. That's the thing I miss.
Yeah,
McKnight.
I miss McKnight. I miss the Waffle Shop. So we'd all go get breakfast, Waffle Shop, and then if we're with Bo, then someone's gonna come up to us and be like, "Oh, you're Bo Nickel," and then like yeah, and then like, "Oh, you guys wrestlers too?" Yeah. So then we just decide we get to be whoever we want. So like I could be Zane, I could be whoever. Whoever. Yeah, you're Nick Neville sometimes. It's all good. We sign a lot of autographs.
A bunch of them.
As other people.
I will say the times I've been to Waffle Shop with Bo, David, or Cal, people there are undefeated with coming up and saying they're absolutely undefeated. Care. They'll just come right up and say, and they'll start a conversation. Coach Cal, how are you feeling about this upcoming season? He's like,
yeah, Coach Cal, I think you should do this at this weight. He's like, all right, sounds good. So thanks for your input. Do you think that he listens to the fans when they tell him who he needs to wrestle at certain weights?
Well, there's that iconic video, right? Of you got a plan.
Yeah.
Who did he say that to? Piles, right?
Yeah, Christian Piles. Well, most people do have a plan. So
you got a plan? Yeah.
If you ask that question too many times at Waffle Shop, you'll find a couple plans.
Do you guys have a new breakfast place yet? Eric, for you in Arizona, Cenzo for you in California?
No.
I feel like the Northeast has such great breakfast places. And when I've been out west, there's not.
Disappointed. There's some good ones, but they just cost 3 times the amount that they did at home. But there's a few places close to my office here that I just run and grab stuff at that it's pretty good. There's some on-campus places. On campus, dining is just blows any Big Ten school out of the water. Out here, it's not even close.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't eaten our dining.
I eat on Stanford's campus pretty frequently.
Can you give us an example menu?
Yesterday it was a chicken sandwich with pesto and a bunch of other stuff. It was awesome. It was pretty bomb. It was $12, which is a steal. They're pretty much paying me for it.
It does sound pretty good.
If you didn't buy it, you'd be losing money.
Pretty much.
That's how my wife's brain works. Anytime there's she gets coupons from Old Navy where it's free $30 if you spend. I'm gonna lose $40. I'm like, oh
No, you're not. No, you're not. You're gonna lose 70 no matter what.
I'm gonna lose $40.
But I bet Cruise or Navy fits are looking good though.
Dude, my guy just got a champion order and all champion stuff.
Oh, I need to see that.
I'll send you some pictures.
I need to see that for sure.
Are you guys big Christmas guys, like early decorators?
He is. I'm not.
Like my tree is going up today.
Dude, wait for Thanksgiving, man.
No, tree's going up today.
I'll disrespect Thanksgiving all day.
Well, my argument with that is that
worst.
Christmas is a season that Thanksgiving is a part of. I love Thanksgiving, but it's a part of the Christmas season.
I mean, if you spin it
I like that. I like that. That's a good thought.
You're gonna.
That's a good way of looking at it.
Yeah. How do you celebrate Christmas though in Arizona?
Thanksgiving is a season to me. Christmas just gets in the way of that.
Like, do you guys decorate like cactuses out there?
Yeah, people have lights, like, so kind of like over. So I live in a place called Ahwatukee. It's in South Phoenix. Yeah,
it sounds like something you would tell your kid. Where do we live? Ahwatukee.
Yeah. He says it. But they have like the Chandler Boulevard is like, they have all the cactuses and stuff all wrapped in lights and stuff. It's pretty cool though.
That's amazing.
Hey, whenever I see you, I'm gonna just have Crew say a bunch of bad names to me so that he starts saying it to kids in school.
I did see the tweet. He got in trouble. What did he call somebody? A dingleberry?
Yeah, he called him dingleberry, and then he just kept walking in and out of the room. And every time he'd walk back in, he'd go, "What's up, nerds?" Yell it, and I'm like, it's funny. My wife is pissed.
I was like, I wonder where he got that from.
Man, and here, so if anybody listening, rewind 20 minutes ago when Cenzo said all Eric does is call everybody nerds, you now know that's true. He literally just incriminated himself to that.
Super accurate. I don't know, man. It's just frustrating. I was like, what? Just saying nerds is cool.
I can't hit my guys with nerds because they kind of eat that up. So.
Oh yeah. I mean, you don't want to say anything too accurate, you know.
Look, you got to go the other way, Cenzo.
You guys are a bunch of dumb jocks. And like, oh, whoa, hey,
whoa.
Hey, I bet I could beat you at this math problem. Like, damn it, you probably could.
Eric,
are the kids like crazy smart?
Yeah, they are.
That's his hardest part about recruiting. He keeps telling me. Mm-hmm. It's the grades.
For sure. Oh yeah, it's not even close. No, so we'll be talking. He'll be like, "Hey, are you recruiting this kid?" I'm like, "Yeah, he couldn't get in," and he's like, "Oh, that's weird because we got half an academic scholarship for him." And I'm like, "Yeah."
Dude, good grades. Yeah, I mean that's one thing that's great about Arizona State is like if you have pretty good grades, your academic aid is really good here.
And that's definitely just a reflection of the type of academic institution it is. So,
Eric, are you doing a lot of recruiting?
Yeah, #1 innovative school in the country. It's not a big deal.
So whenever you make recruiting calls, what's the first thing you say?
Say, do you know Vincenzo Joseph?
Oh, so you do make recruiting calls?
No, I don't. It's illegal.
Oh, I don't know. You just said you did.
Are you serious right now? I don't make any calls. I haven't called one single person.
I believe.
I'll text them. Yeah. I text a lot of kids. I'll say, do you know Vincenzo Joseph? You got me all excited to tell my joke. I said, do you know Vincenzo Joseph? And they're like, oh yeah. I was like, I pinned him all the time. Every time we've ever wrestled, I pinned him.
That's just a lie. That's just a shame.
That's a lie from the pit of hell.
Prove it.
I don't think I can because I don't have any video. I don't have any footage.
Let's get John Broughton in here. There's got to be something on his archives.
Broughton would definitely have something.
Eric, what was the housing situation like out there? Easy to get a place?
Crazy.
Really?
Crazy.
The market sucks right now, I know.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like, so there's still like people moving here from all over the place. Like, I think Phoenix was the 3rd fastest growing city in the U.S. last year. So, like, as soon as places get built, they get sold. So it kind of worked out crazy. Like the house that we ended up buying, it had been on the market for a little while, but did you read anything about like Open Door or Zillow and how they're buying houses? But they're like, they weren't doing a good job of like promoting them.
No, they're
selling
unloading them all now.
So that's what we ended up with, was one of the houses that they bought and took a loss on. So, wow. We kind of got a steal, and there was nobody living in it. So it worked out well, but yeah, cause that was super stressful trying to buy a house in like 3 or 4 weeks. And
is there an extra room for when Cenzo's in town?
Yeah, I got pull-out couch for him.
That's what I'm talking about. Where's the duel on February 4th? Is it in Palo Alto?
No,
Arizona. Ooh.
Yeah. We'll go golfing.
Heck yeah, dude. I don't know if I can. My thumb's messed up still. Remember whenever I messed up my thumb in like May?
Yeah.
I still tape it every day. It's brutal.
No good. Start icing it. Have you iced it once?
I don't think ice helps with torn ligaments, but like I could be wrong.
Maybe. I mean, like, I'm not a doctor.
Yeah, I'm not a doctor either. People are like, oh, you
I just ice it.
I'm like, no, I'm not rehabbing it. Like I rehab it whenever I play on my phone, I guess, or use my thumb.
Anytime something hurts, I just ice it. I'm just like, put some ice on it.
Concussion, ice it.
Ice it.
And a little sauna sesh, little steam room.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that too. We don't have a sauna. Like, yeah, that's the worst thing about this place. It's like we don't have a sauna.
How?
Ours is over by the weight room.
How? Because they're just
isn't Rob a big sauna guy?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He is.
What's he doing?
Not sauning.
You gotta get one.
Yeah, we've been talking about it for months now.
Numero uno.
That's gonna be a big project for us. I might just try to build one outside of where I live. Because
is it cool there? Is it cooling down there?
Yeah, no, it's not super hot over here. I'll tell you the temperature in a second. Is it hot where you are? Probably all the time.
Nah, it's starting to
yeah, it's like mid 60s.
That's perfect weather.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh look, I think we're 70 probably right now. 65, 70. It's been cool. It gets cold at night though, which is awesome.
That's perfect.
Yeah, I love that.
That's the way you need to do it.
I was
thinking. Do you guys have a match this weekend?
Yeah, we're going to App State. The one that I got kind of excited. It was supposed to be Illinois, Air Force, Indiana. So I'm gonna see Lefevre this weekend.
Oh, let's go.
And but Illinois had COVID, so they're not going to be able to come.
I did see that.
So we're going to App State, so we fly out tomorrow. Should be good though. Should be good. It's going to be exciting to get to see our guys wrestle.
I saw Willie updated his crystal ball rankings, put Arizona State 4.
Did he? So he saw the error in his ways. That's good for him.
I think he just jinxed you guys. That's how that happened.
I like his idea of crystal ball rankings, though. I do like what he's doing.
What's the difference between crystal ball rankings and regular rankings?
So I believe what Willie's doing is he'll basically rank where he thinks somebody's going to finish at the NCAA tournament.
So wouldn't that just be your kind of like your ranking anyway for preseason?
No, because it's like if some guy takes a loss, but then he doesn't, like he's not kind of updating it weekly based on where they are. He's updating it kind of based on where he thinks they're going to finish. So he also factors in the team scores for NCAAs. So like he has Drew Hildebrandt already at Penn State. So he's factoring that in at 125.
Yeah. I mean, I factored that in too. Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
but they use like
Suriano or something for them.
They do stuff but when they do rankings, don't they have like formulas and stuff that they use? So
I think strict. So. Yeah. And Willie doesn't like any of that. And I agree. I think it makes more sense than
Willie's just whatever my opinion is the formula. And I like it.
Yeah. Because everybody else really does the same thing. Even though they say there's a formula, it's really their opinion. At least Willie just owns it. Like, this is my opinion on where everybody's going to place in NCAAs.
I've heard people complain about seedings and stuff for years. And then I was in my first ever seeding meeting for the World Team Trials. And it's just,
it's a nightmare.
It's just like people trying to put their person in a better spot, which rightfully so. And I did the same thing. So like,
and you were proud of Berger's seed.
I thought it was great.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, everybody,
great.
Right.
That was great. That was a good shot for him. But we live and learn. Next time. But yeah, next time. So like those seeds, even for that tournament, were just like the criteria was whatever the coaches or whoever think. And like, there's a base criteria where they like order them like initially, right? And then it goes up for debate. So yeah.
You can only get so far before like the consensus is like, all right, that's too high. And everyone's like, okay. And then if you have like everyone, and then like you're the guy pushing for it, you're like, oh, I'm not getting anywhere here. All right, well.
Yeah, like I think Eric Thompson should be the first seed over Gable because he's been in the game longer.
Yeah,
like, I don't know about that one.
Like they go down a list of like things they try to like prop dudes up with, and then like eventually just the list gets so thin at the bottom.
I saw Thompson take down Gable in practice.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it'd be like, hey, I heard Vincenzo took down Thompson one time, and everyone's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, because it's more like 10 at least. So
yeah, okay.
Yeah, to the back. Boom.
Have either of you guys implemented dodgeball?
No.
I tried. They
they're too smart.
Handball. See, that's why it's the same but different. They like playing handball.
Yeah, that's what we play, handball. Our guys love handball.
So do ours. I try to get dodgeball going. We just don't have the room for it. We don't have the competitive spirit. I think that's what it is.
Well, there's always
I was like, hey guys, I'm
improvement.
like no one's. We played dodgeball like I don't know, played like 5-6 times, and no one's cheated once. Like this is.
Where's your competitive edge?
Yeah, like we need some cheating or something.
Yeah, I need to teach our guys how to play. Dodgeball. I haven't even done it yet.
We played activation every now and then. It's pretty fun. But
activation's fun.
I win every game, so it's not that fun.
Wow. Cenzo, I think we need to do a little word association. You down?
Think you're right. I think you're right.
All right.
Yeah.
Eric, you know our word association game? So
nope.
So we're gonna take turns. We'll alternate throwing a word at you, and you got to just throw out the first word that you think of.
Okay.
Now, it doesn't have to be a long thought. Don't do what Martin did last episode and he thought about it for like 20 minutes and then came up with like a perfect answer, or he refused to answer. Just say the first thing that pops in your mind.
He gave me a pass on one of mine.
Well, he said Christian Piles. He said pass. Next topic, please. All right, Cenzo, you want to go first?
Answer. Sure. I'll go first. And my first thing is Pac-12.
Arizona State Wrestling.
Lame.
Hey, that's the game. All right, my first word is Mark McKnight.
Squirrel.
That is the correct answer for Mark McKnight.
Squirrel.
One time, me and Mark told me a story about how there's like a special breed of dog that hunted squirrels, and I was like, every dog ever, and he was like, no, there's a special one, but he couldn't think of it, and I've never. Just good stuff.
All right, this is gonna be my second one, no matter what. But M2 Training Center.
Oh, tough kids. Tough kids.
Yeah, it's a good answer.
He's
like taking so much time. Words aren't coming in. This game.
That was pretty quick. All right, you know what I mean? I thought of like a high school kid, but I can't say high school kids' names on podcasts or anything like that. So
that makes sense.
Oh, you can't. That's my bad. I wasn't trying to get you in trouble that time. Just before with the phone calls.
With the recruiting. All right, my second word is Bo Nickel.
Stud muffin.
Cenzo, did you see that knockout? We talked about it earlier. That was just devastating. Just a devastating one punch.
He threw a couple of them like in success, like boom, boom, and then I was like, all right, he's gonna knock him out, and it was like 30 seconds, and he just kind of clobbered him real quick.
Yeah, that guy did not want to get up.
All right, I have one left, right?
Yep.
my first two were pretty subpar, so I might need to hit a pass and think of a better one. But I had one off the top of my head, and now I don't anymore.
Was it the AJ Nick beef?
No, we're going to talk about that after this because I love that.
I loved it.
I love it too. I think it's great. Someone said some stuff to me on Twitter about it, talking about how I need to keep my guys in line.
I saw that.
I was like, that has nothing to do with me. Like, they can say whatever they want. All right. I don't know. I'm at a loss. I mean, like, I feel like there's really nothing because I know what you're going to say for pretty much anything. So we're going to go with, I got one. Life University.
Losers.
Where's Matt McCutcheon?
He gets them too. He's coming out here. He moves out here in a couple weeks.
I know, dude. That makes me so mad too.
He's gonna be sick.
He can go pound sand.
I saw he's like already got his chiropractor job all lined up, right?
Yeah. Hey, ask Cenzo how far McMuffin lives from me.
How far?
Like right down the street.
Like less than a mile. It's gonna
Cenzo,
be sick.
You don't seem too happy about that.
All my friends are hanging out together in Arizona. It is what it is.
It's okay. It's like a 30-minute flight.
I have a little bit of FOMO. Well, me and Matt talked about it. Our meeting spot's gonna be Vegas.
I'm there for that.
All right. Yeah, you can come too for sure.
I love Vegas. That's a quick 3-hour direct flight for me. 3.5 hours.
All right. So
where do you fly out of, Justin?
Depends on where I'm going. So Buffalo's like 45 minutes from my house to get to the airport, maybe 50 minutes. Rochester's 15. So I'll fly out of whichever one's more convenient. Like Buffalo has direct flights to Vegas and Lauderdale. So if I'm going to those two places, I'll just drive to Buffalo and fly direct. But like Rochester to JFK is like a 40-minute flight, stuff like that.
Why do you say losers for Life U? I need you to elaborate on that a little bit.
Because dude, they're gonna. I'm not gonna call people shots for them.
Did they not win the NAIA last year? Or am I incorrect?
You didn't even know NAIA wrestling existed until you met me.
Did they not win last year? I'm confused.
They did win. I was happy for my friend Omi. Very happy for my friend Omi and Matt.
That's good. I'm happy.
Yeah, I was super happy for him.
Well, Life U needs to start getting some 30-year-olds. Isn't that what Grandview just did?
He's hurt. He needs shoulder surgery, I think. Yeah.
Shoot. That's not good enough to postpone that. All right, let me do my third word. My third word is Phoenix.
Beautiful. It's nice. It's so nice here. It's crazy. It's like, just it's been weird, like warm. And my wife and I, so we take walks every night after we eat dinner with the kids and the dogs. And it's like 80 degrees outside, but it's still like you almost want to put a sweatshirt on because it's still like cool, like 75, 80 degrees. And I was like, why is it like feel chilly? So I'm really expecting to be freezing this weekend in North Carolina.
Yeah, you probably will.
I saw Roman commented on one of your posts, like Arizona is a vibe.
Nice,
I think it was one of your first posts out there. He said that. I don't know why it stuck with me.
He's an AZ guy, man. Yeah, it's nice out here. He's from Tucson though, which is a little bit further south. I haven't been outside of Phoenix besides when I drove into town. I've driven on like the same like 6 roads because also I don't know how to get anywhere here and there's a lot of cars.
You're still in the GPS grind, huh?
Well, he's starting to know because he calls me and says, dude, I'm stuck on traffic on the 202. I'm like, what the heck's a 202?
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, you're a local real quick.
Yeah.
I mean, it's because it's the road I get on every single day. And it was like, if there like anything happens, it's like the thing, like, so it's like basically they have like these 2 loops that go all the way around Phoenix, the Phoenix metro area. And they just finished them a couple of years ago, I guess, or like a year and a half ago. So it's like the best way to get anywhere because you're actually moving. But I'm like changing lane. I like get on the interstate, change lanes until I get all the way to the outside. But it's like I'm like constantly here. But it's fun. figuring it out, driving in a little traffic.
It just takes getting a little adjusted too. Cenzo got adjusted to California traffic this week with a nice little talking on a cell phone ticket.
I got pulled over for being on my phone.
He was so mad.
What is that?
That's a wild ticket to write.
What is that? Like, I was like,
they give those out like candy here in New York. That's why one of the reasons one of the reasons why I tint my windows is because they just constantly, and it doesn't matter. You don't have to be like looking at your phone playing a game. Like you can just pick it up or do something like, oh, I wonder who this is, whatever. And if they see that ticket, it's not even like you're sitting there distracted driving, which I get. Like shouldn't text and drive, but if you touch your phone, they'll just pull you over.
Feels like something that could be super arbitrary.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we saw you on your phone. Like, no, you didn't.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Yeah.
Right.
I wanted to do that. No, you didn't. Prove it.
No, you just talking to my boss. What do you want me to do?
That's what, yeah, and
you call me. I can't not answer. What do you want?
I was giving Rob my excuse for why I was late. And
was it a
do
good
you guys
one?
have traffic bad?
Sometimes. Depends.
Yeah.
I mean, time of the day and everything, but it's not terrible. I haven't been in like crazy traffic.
No. Just today was like the first day there was a pretty bad accident, so like shut down a bunch of lanes.
Cenzo, going back to the Nick AJ thing.
Oh, yes.
I loved it. I thought Nick was doing a good job at just getting under AJ's skin, and AJ both played right into it, which rightfully so. Like if he would have just said, I'm better than you, I'm not worried about this. Like he played right into it. It's perfect. And people were like,
he took it personally.
He took it really personal.
Hey, I mean, if that's how he's got to be, and that's how he's got to be. He said he's going to tech pin him, so we'll see how
if
that
he makes
goes.
weight. He did call him fat weight with an explicit, whatever, and then said,
"Oh no, Nick, that's Nick's the
fat
one." Yeah, okay.
Yeah. AJ called him fat, told him he's not going to make weight. But look at I had some people that were commenting like, "This is dumb." Like, no, it's not. Like, what do you think people do in the UFC? They talk trash, and one guy did say like, if it's too fake, then it's hard to follow. I get that, but if you're like building up hype or anticipation towards a match, great.
Yeah,
Who cares?
I don't think that was fake. I think that was Nick just messing around. Nick's a goofball. I think that's him just messing around, and then then AJ just kind of got sucked into it, and then they started chirping a little bit, and I thought it was kind of hilarious.
Justin, you posted on BASCHAMANIA.
I tweeted out a screenshot of it.
So I bet you've had like more engagement and comments from like that screenshot than, like a lot of other stuff that you work harder on.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So people are like, oh, this is stupid. It's like, yeah, but you still took the time to write, this is stupid.
Right. And here we are talking about it.
And it's the stuff that like the little stuff that people say is stupid. Like, why are you commenting on this? You do get so much engagement. And I try not to just like bait into stuff that I think will get that kind of like reaction or whatever. But it was the same thing when I tweeted that Micic is a 27th year senior in all the comments. Like the engagement on something like that is wild. Actually, 8th year senior, not 27th, but it was still wild to me.
But it's wild.
8 years.
That's a lot of school. But,
Yeah. But yeah, I like the trash talking. I think it's good promotion. Are both of your guys' duels on the Pac-12 network? I might have to get this.
Yeah, ours will be streamed through some Pac-12 service I'm pretty sure it's $0. So,
Eric, what about you?
Watch that match.
We'll mostly be on the Pac-12. There'll be an announcement, but we have one that isn't on Pac-12. Should be pretty cool. It'll be coming up here soon.
Yeah, we got
Are you guys Pac-12 with Oklahoma State?
Yeah, they're streaming on Pac-12 because I was gonna have Matt Scouts do it if not. But
yeah,
Pac-12. I forget how exactly we're gonna get there. We'll probably post a link and everything like that. We got the Stemet Ferrari battle. I'm excited for that one. And I don't know about you guys, but we have a returning national champ on our team, so that'll be fun to watch. No.
We have a guy,
working on it.
We have seven returning All-Americans.
That's pretty awesome.
That's pretty good.
Fun.
That's pretty good. That's hard. That's hard to do.
Well, that's not really like me or, you know what I mean? But it's cool to have those guys in the room and work with them, right?
All of it falls directly on both of us. We'll claim that. We're going to claim those all day. Yeah.
There you go.
Look at that.
Oh,
What
Grant Lee.
G baby.
What a stud. Just jacked. Did he take the AirPod out? Oh.
Work doesn't stop for him.
The funny thing is he took the AirPods out for those listening, not watching. He took the AirPods out as if he's disconnected. He's still here.
Yeah, he's like
Eric, while he's taking some time, what are you most excited for this season aside from beating Genzo? Arizona State fans listening, what are you excited about?
Just our guys, to be a part of the team and to help them, and help them reach their goals. Like, we have a lot of good guys, so that's exciting. And a lot of guys who are really committed to wrestling and they love it. So to be a part of that with them and to help them reach their goals is just really, really exciting for me personally. And to get to learn from, and to watch Zeke and Fritz and Frank and how, learn from those guys and see some of the stuff that they do and change during the season. It'll be a lot of good learning experiences and to help these college guys reach their goals and what they want to do. Right. Cause that's really what this is all about, is everything is just helping kids reach their goals, whether it be academically, which I don't know how much help I'll be at that, but wrestling wise, I can.
You're about the same as Cenzo and Stanford.
Whoa.
Yeah.
For those listening, not watching, he's just nodding.
Hey, go see your advisor.
They call Penn State the Stanford of the East, though, I think. So
they do.
Pretty frequently. Degree from there. Yeah.
Pretty frequently. Yeah, if you have a communications degree from Penn State, pretty much,
but different.
They've been begging me. They've been begging me to come to grad school here, and I'm just like, I don't know, guys.
I got a question for you actually about that. As a follow-up to when Shane was on with us a couple months ago, he said he thinks he's the dumbest one in the room. Can you follow up on that?
He's not.
Which is what we thought.
Yeah, no, Shane's a smart dude. But like, even like the dumbest guy on our team, who I have no idea who that would be, because they're all pretty dang intelligent. So
the bar's still super high. So
yeah, I wouldn't mind being the dumbest guy on this team. Yeah, that's not a bad thing. But
no,
he's not. I could tell you that. He tries to trick me a lot.
Give us an example.
Yeah, I can't right now, but he'll just try to hey, like we were wrestling at this little tournament at Menlo over the weekend, and he was like, "Hey, I'm leaving at 2," and I'm like, "No," I'm like, "You got to finish a tournament." He was like, "No, like I got to go somewhere. Like I just want to be like, if it hits 2, like I'm leaving." Like just like that's not him trying to trick me, but just whole kind of do stuff like that. Sometimes it makes me laugh. But I'll be like, "Hey, if I hit this move, then we only play handball on Tuesday." And I'm like, no, like that's not how it works. But maybe at some point we can get to that. But no.
How far is Menlo from you guys?
One of our guys, our 33-pounder, forgot their shoes. So and this was about an hour after weigh-ins. So I ran him back to the locker room, and then we came back, and he had about 45 minutes to warm up still. So if that's a reference for anything. So like right down the street.
That's cool.
I make like one turn. Yeah. Nice for them.
Nothing wrong with that. Guys, that's most of what I had for both of you today. Do you guys have anything else before you both head out to your West Coast life for the rest of the day?
Yeah. What time is it, Cenzo? 10:30?
Yeah, it's almost 10:30.
Dude, so wild. So Arizona at Basch. Did you know this? Arizona doesn't do daylight savings time.
I'm very jealous of it.
It's so weird though, because everyone else does. Like, so I was like, me and Genzo were on the same time zone, and then he was like telling me the Bears Steelers game was on at 5:30, and I was like, I gotta get home. But that was right after daylight savings, so it's 6:30 for us.
Yeah, I was telling that to somebody because I put up on Facebook, like, I'm just curious, how many clocks did you guys change in your house? And a bunch of people are commenting. And people in Arizona and Puerto Rico were like, none. We don't have daylight savings time here. And I forgot who I was talking to. They just don't have it.
It doesn't make any sense.
And they're, like they're acting like it's a better thing, which I think I'd rather not have it. But with everybody else having it, you still have to think about now the new time difference between everywhere else.
I'd be messing up my brain for sure.
Oh, dude, it is playing tricks on me.
I'm sure it is.
I am like, I mean, just think about the Monday Night Football game. I was so confused. I was like, what?
I was confused also when you told me that. Drop the daylight savings bomb.
But it, like during the winter, it's nice because like then we're not like 3 hours time difference from our East Coast friends, which has been cool.
You also don't really have it.
We are.
You don't have a winter though.
No.
or East Coast friends for that.
Well, no, because they're all moving out west.
all there.
So we got Bears Ravens on Sunday. How you feeling, Chief?
Not great.
I thought the Ravens played the Dolphins tonight.
Or maybe
Sunday.
Ooh, it was that.
No,
week.
Bears are off.
Bye week.
Yeah,
bye Bears, and then they got the Ravens.
That's good. That'll be fun.
Yeah,
Ravens will be coming in on 2 weeks rest. That's neat, basically.
Well,
Matt Nagy
all over.
Matt Nagy leads a timeout and gets delayed game or illegal formation after a timeout.
That's just good coaching right there. What happens is that I think they were just so afraid of the Steelers this past week that they're just making simple mistakes.
Hey, good teams win, but great teams cover, and the Bears did cover +7.
All I know is that the Steelers beat the Bears and the Bills this year, and that's all I needed.
Yeah, they did.
Crap.
They could have gone 2-15. Those were the only games I really wanted. and here we are.
And that's the truth. That's the truth.
Worst.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's all I got for you. I got to run. Hey, forks up. Go Devils.
All right. Go Card. Later.
All right. Go Bills.
See you, Justin.
See you guys.
And the beat goes on.